The Jersey City Board of Education held an emergency meeting today to vote on a plan to address the reduction of state aid of $8.4 million. The plan passed 7-1 with Jersey City Board of Education Vice President Sudan Thomas voting against. The $8.4 million budget amendment was to include state aid cuts after a new state funding formula passed earlier this month. The plan no longer included reducing the athletics intramural budget, which caused a 4-hour meeting on Tuesday. Instead, it includes a reduction of lunch duty ratio of 1 teacher for every 50 students, with the promise that the safety of students is not compromised.
The ratio is not always 1 to 50, but in most cases it is. In most cases it is. The administrators in the building use their judgment, sometimes on a daily basis, depending on what's going on in the building. Something that we both agreed that we have to monitor is, of course, what is paramount is the student safety. And the doctor and I agree on that, and I know that's what your concern and the concern of the parents. What we have to monitor is that people that are being paid for lunch duty are performing lunch duty. I told the superintendent I would help her because in May and June I became aware of a few situations where some of our members were receiving lunch duty stipends and not performing lunch duty. We have to control it a little more tightly, and you will see a cost savings in the lunch duty. However, I want to assure you that Dr. Lyles and I both agreed, and we agreed to stay in communication with each other in terms of the cafeterias.
And if we went to a strict 50-to-1 ratio just across the district, just straight, we could save over $1 million. We have only put forward to say, to project $358,000 for this, in part because we are going to continue to monitor. We do want to have flexibility if it is not working out. But I also want to point out that it isn't only teachers. This is to cover for the teachers. We have lunch aides, we have school security in the cafeteria. This is to provide that level of support and coverage. But there are already people who are in the cafeteria. Special education has an IDEA grant, and the IDEA grant is to improve student outcomes. They have approximately 13 to 15 teachers, lead teachers that are assigned to the district office but work in schools. Dr. Crisanino also took a look at the outlines of the grant and understood that this could provide additional support to teachers around professional development. And so we repurposed $400,000 of the IDEA grant to support those teachers. Item 2, the reduces the lunch duty. We discussed and the reason for that. As Mr. Greco and I said, we discussed this. We agree that we think we can do this, but we will continue to monitor it. This is replacing the intramural program takeover by the Department of Recreation. The recreation budget is item number 3. As part of this agreement with the mayor, we recognize the need for recreation to also pay our fees that we have for opening our buildings, and so that is where we look to get $117,598.
During deliberation, it was really the topic of getting an audit for the district that was on the minds of the trustees.
But the money that she said she got it from was from clericals, because they fund positions but they don't fill them. And so I think we have to look at that very seriously. If you're not filling all those positions, why do we need to fund them? So what I'm suggesting to all of you is whether you vote for it tonight or whether you don't vote for it tonight, that we take a very, very strong and deep look at our finances and start to move to look for some organization, some company who can come in and do a special audit for us to be able to find where our money is.
A very hesitant trustee, Lorenzo Richardson, eventually voted for the plan only after pushing for a thorough audit.
Until the budgets fully fund the school districts, I will continue to vote no, and my vote is no.
Trustee Vijay Gangadan was absent. From Jersey City, I'm Jeanette Josu, Hudson County View, the eye of the community.